Once again, everyone. Today I'm celebrating the 10th anniversary of the release of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I actually have two copies of this book. This is the only Harry Potter book I have two copies of. I have this copy, which is the adult edition from, I think, Bloomsbury. This is the British cover. It has the potions book with the Half-Blood Prince's notes in it on the cover. And there's J.K. Rowling on the back. Lovely picture of her. And I always wanted another copy of it because all the other books I have, all the copies, are of this edition or a similar one. Just the traditional British version. I guess it's called the children's version, I think, but I don't know. I had all the books that look like this in this style, so I got this one. It's Harry and Dumbledore, and on the back it's the Pensy. I think it's the Pensy. That's how you pronounce it, right? I don't know. Yesterday was also a special anniversary for the Harry Potter fandom. It was the day two of the movies were released. In 2009, the Half-Blood Prince film was released, and in 2011, the very last movie, The Deathly Hallows Part 2, was released. So in celebration of all of that, today I'm going to be sorting fictional characters and real-life celebrities into Hogwarts houses, as well as the faction I think they would choose if they lived in the world of Divergent. So to start off, we have Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift, I think, is a Hufflepuff. I believe she has said somewhere on social media she's a Hufflepuff, but I definitely think she suits the house because she's very kind and caring and very loyal to her fans, as many of her fans are loyal to her. And I think the faction she would choose would be either Amity or Abnegation, but I'm going to go with Abnegation just because she's just so selfless. She's just so good to all her fans, and she's helped so many charities and all that. So definitely Abnegation, I think, is the one I would go with. Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. I don't really watch Pokemon a lot now. I watched it a lot when I was 3, apparently. I was really obsessed with it, and I really like Pikachu. I would soar Ash into Gryffindor from what I know about him. He seems very brave in putting himself out there. And Dauntless for a Divergent faction is the one I think he would choose. Oh, this is a good one. Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr. So for Tony Stark, I have Slytherin as the Hogwarts house, just because I think he could be a Ravenclaw as well, but I think he's more Slytherin in the way he acts, and he seems very, he likes to be, I don't know, kind of sneaky in a way. Like in Age of Ultron, if you've seen that, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. Robert Downey Jr., I think he's also a Slytherin because he had to overcome so much with his drug problems, and he's very, I guess it takes a lot of ambition to overcome that. So I think they're both in Slytherin. But I think they differ with the Divergent factions. See, I'd put Tony Stark in Erudite because he's very smart and into, creating things and everything. And that's kind of what got him into trouble in Age of Ultron, kind of like the actual faction in the books and the movies for Divergent. Whereas with Robert Downey Jr., I'd probably put him in Abnegation just because, like Taylor Swift, he's so, dedicated to his fans and he's so, devoted to helping other people. So definitely Abnegation. Katniss Everdeen, and there has been a lot of debate over this one. I think it's pretty much decided unanimously almost within the fandom is that she is Dauntless. She would definitely choose Dauntless. She's very brave and she likes to do all those things like biting. Well, I don't know if I guess she likes it. She likes the rush, I feel like, when she goes and hunts animals, so I definitely think she'd choose Dauntless. She could also be a strong candidate for Abnegation because she's so selfless and helps her sister and likes to take care of the one she loves. For Hogwarts house, this is where it kind of gets a little controversial. The general consensus is either Gryffindor or Slytherin, and I really think Katniss is a Gryffindor because she's very brave and stands up to the Capitol for what she believes in and everything, and she's really smart too and kind of sly and cunning, but I think her Gryffindor traits outweigh her Slytherin ones. So then I got Chris Pratt, and I think Chris Pratt is a Hufflepuff because he just seems so nice and caring for other people, and he's just, I don't know, it's people are calling him the non-problematic fave on Tumblr, which is, I don't think that's a really mindset, that's healthy. You gotta acknowledge everyone has flaws, everyone is technically problematic, your fave is problematic. Hate to break it to you. And as for faction for Chris Pratt, I guess I'd say Amity. He seems really nice. He seems to be let's just have a good time, y'all. And I guess that's him in his movies too. Everyone says he plays himself, but no, he seems like that way in real life as well. So I would say Amity for him. Dr. Phil. I guess I'm gonna go with the obvious with this one. I'm gonna say Ravenclaw and Erudite because he seems very smart, I guess. He seems very intellectual, analytical. So yeah, Ravenclaw and Erudite would be perfect for him. This one's really funny. Chip Skylark from Fairly Odd Parents. He sings the My Shiny Teeth song in Icky Vicky. I chose Gryffindor for him, and I'm not really sure why. That's just the first thing that kind of popped into mind. I guess you have to be kind of brave to sing a song about Vicky, who's like this scary teenager who's like really like abusive to Timmy, but like she's scary kind of, so like you'd have to be brave to like publicly sing a song bashing her. And for faction, I'm gonna choose Candor because he's just so brutally honest about Icky Vicky and about how awesome he thinks he is, like his shiny teeth, he loves them, so I don't know, Candor just seems to fit him. But I really like that character. I thought it was a really funny one to send in, so thank you. Oh boy, I got a few people from Team StarKid, of course, because a lot of StarKid fans follow me on Tumblr and Twitter. Joey Richter, I got Hufflepuff for him. I was debating between Hufflepuff and Gryffindor, but he just seems to act like a Hufflepuff. Seems very nice and kind, and yeah, just, you know, like, just chill. And for him, his faction would be Amity, I think, for the same reasons, basically. Jamie Lynn Beatty was kind of hard. I put her in Ravenclaw. I think she could be a Gryffindor or maybe even a Hufflepuff as well, but she just seems so, like, to be, like, silly and crazy and weird. So I put her in Ravenclaw. And I also, for her faction, she's also an Amity like Joey, I would think, because she just seems to be focused on, like, peace and being nice to everyone and stuff. But I think she might be could be able to be Abnegation as well. Lauren Lopez. Okay, this one was hard because, like, I was gonna put her in one house, and then apparently someone said she considers herself a member of the other, so I don't want to, like, cancel that out. She considers herself a Ravenclaw, apparently, which I guess I can kind of see, but I was going to put her in Gryffindor because she just seems so brave and, like, putting herself out there, despite the fact that I know she's kind of insecure sometimes about herself. So definitely, like, I don't know, like, I would see her in Gryffindor, but she sees herself as Ravenclaw, and obviously she knows herself better than I do, so yeah, I guess she's a Ravenclaw. But I do put her faction as Dauntless, because she just seems very brave, and I wanted to, like, acknowledge that. Meredith Stepien, I put her in Hufflepuff and Amity just like Joey. She just seems really nice. I know she considers herself a Hufflepuff too, which is perfect. And I feel like she'd consider herself an Amity. I'm not sure if she's Red Divergent, but... And Brian Holden, I got him too. This is another one where I'm pretty sure he considers himself one house, but I don't think he'd be in that house from what I know about him. Apparently, I've seen pictures of him at Meredith, and they're at King's Cross. They're visiting England right now, I guess after they did the convention there. Meredith was in the Hufflepuff scarf, and Brian was in the Gryffindor scarf, and it's like... No, I really, really don't see him in Gryffindor. Like, I can see Lauren in Ravenclaw like she says she is, but I strongly see Brian as either Ravenclaw or Slytherin. He just seems like to have that witty mindset, because I know he's an improver, like I'm aspiring to kind of try and be right now. Maybe I'll do a vlog about that. I'm taking improv classes right now. But yeah, I just really like, I don't know, I just really like that about him. Like, I don't know, and I don't really see many Gryffindor qualities. Like, his Gryffindor ones kind of match up with Slytherin, and he's really kind of like to be the sneaky sly type. He doesn't seem to be the one that, like, just jumps into something without knowing. And I mean, he's an improver, but, like, I don't know. And I put his faction as Candor because he just seems so blunt and upfront with things. It's great. Achilles. This is a Greek, I believe, Trojan War hero. I put him in Gryffindor and Dauntless. I know that's obvious, but I feel like, yeah, he's just brave. So that's his defining trait, so of course he'd be Gryffindor or Dauntless. And that is it for today. This has been my Hogwarts Divergent sorting kind of choosing ceremony, but in my head. So I will see you in the next video, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, and see you later.